people back in the Shire. Turn your porch lights off because we're coming home with a trophy.
Hey there, welcome to SharkCast, a podcast dedicated to the greatest sporting club in the history of the world, the mighty Cronulla Sharks. This short, sharp review of the Titans game brought to you by Dyson Logistics, the Royal Motor Yacht Club in Port Hacking, and Jason Hawes at Cripps & Cripps Real Estate. My name is Sam Shinazzi, an OG from 2015, and tonight we saw one of the great performances by a very much undermanned Sharks team, 44 points to nil over the Titans up at Robina. Our second biggest away win and our biggest win in Queensland. Very much reminiscent of the Melbourne away game this year, the power-based game, and different opposition, has to be said. The Titans were not anywhere near where they've been over the past month, but that was in part due to the power game the Sharks played. The Titans just couldn't match it. It was a phenomenal effort, particularly in that first half, but great all up and a really great sign leading into the business end of the season. Looking at the lineup for the Sharks, it was already a little bit skew-if during the week with guys like Trindle not named. So your back line was as per, except for Blake Brayley in 7 actually played at hooker, and hooker Cam McInnes actually played halfback. Toby Rudolph started from originally named on the bench, started in number 16, started the game. Teague Wilton was ruled out 24 hours before the game with a hamstring strain. Not that serious, I'm led to believe. That meant that Talakai came into the second row, and your bench was Royce Hunt, Jaden Beryl, Tall Tom Hazelton, and Billy Burns got to play again for the Sharks with Puru 18th man. Running through the tries, we had Toby Rudolph opening the scoring early on in the 5th minute, Sam Stonestreet in the 15th minute, 17th minute, Fotuweka was sin-binned, and the Sharks made the most of that with Ramian scoring in the 18th minute, Tall Tom Hazelton in the 25th minute, just on the field, Talakai in the 28th minute. Sharks led 30-0 at half-time, Sam Stonestreet in the 46th minute, Britton Nickera in the 60th, Jack Williams in the 68th, and we had Jesse Ramian sin-bin in the 71st minute as well. So the last 9 minutes defending with one less player and still didn't concede a point. Brilliant stuff from the Sharks all around. Every player was awesome, and we'll get into that. But just a thoroughly great team performance. And I think it was built off the back of last week, the Souths game. We talked about how dour and kind of ugly it was, but the defense was really good. And I think this led into this week where they came in with a defense-orientated kind of game plan, but just on the back of that power running, they were just able to score tries at ease. And in, I think, what are we now? 3 out of the past 4 weeks, we've kept the team to 6 points or less. I mean, that's just fantastic defense. Titans, scintillating form, as you would have heard leading into the game tonight and on our podcast during the week. And for us to do that, I'm just thoroughly impressed. I was very surprised. I thought that would either be a close win by us or they may run away with it. I had no idea the Sharks were going to win by 44 points and keep a clean sheet too. Just fantastic. Looking at the team stats, and they're pretty good. Sharks completed 86%. Now, during the week, we said for them to win this game, they'd have to be between 85 and 90%. We got that one right. They were at 86%, 31 of 36. Fantastic. Has to be said, Titans were not too bad. They were 35 of 42 at 83%. Sharks 4 line breaks to nil. 2 more offloads for the Sharks. Ran for 300 more metres, including about 100 more post-contact metres. Missed 33 tackles compared to the Titans' 52. The penalties, I wasn't aware of this even though I worked on the game thoroughly. The penalties were 12-5 to the Titans, so that's interesting. And the set restarts were 5-3 to the Titans as well. Only 7 errors for the Sharks. And we had 4 dropouts compared to their 1. So stats-wise, again, ticking a lot of boxes. And it was just a lot of simple, structured, hard-running football based on the fact they held the ball. Hold the ball, you win the game. It's that simple for this team, and I think the coach will be really drumming that into them. 86%, that's fantastic. Looking at individual players, and there's not going to be too much criticism here at all, if any, and that is Will Kennedy at fullback. Really safe. Didn't have to do a lot, but chimed into the back line nicely. Sione Katoa ran for 130 metres, 6 tackle busts. Jesse Ramian was good, ran for 113 metres, scored a try. 4 offloads, made a line break. His offloads this year are off the chart. He's, I think, leading the offloads, or he's second or third in the offloads, depending on when you hear this. Very creative play from Ramian. Galero, again, a strong game from him. I was kind of more impressed with him this week than last week. Ran for 157 metres. His tackling was phenomenal. Made 23 tackles. He had 4 misses, but he was just owning everything out there, and he had a really strong game, Galero. One of our best out there tonight. Sam Stonestreet with an epic game. 2 tries, 175 metres, 2 tackle busts, and didn't do anything wrong. And probably his best game in what was his third game. I know it's not many, but I thought it was his best game. Dan Atkinson, 2 try assists, and just busy with the ball, led them around well, and it reminded me of the Melbourne game without the kind of heroics, but very strong game from Dan Atkinson. Great goal kicking as well. Blake Brayley had a strong game. He had 2 try assists, 2 line break assists, and ran the ball more than he has in the past few weeks, games. Really strong game from Blake Brayley. Super happy for him. Toby Rudolph, he's stringing together some great games now. Ran for 125 metres, scored a try, and generally an enforcer out there. Super impressive with Toby. He's come back from his stint in reserve grade renewed, and he's just doing really, really well. Cam McInnes, great captain's knock, played at halfback, more or less, for most of the game. Oregon Kaufusi ran for 120 metres. He was solid. Britton Nicker with an epic game, 100 metres, a try assist. Very heavily involved, Britton Nicker, and we love it when he is. Talakai, a quiet game for him numbers-wise, but scored a try, had a line break assist, ran for about 80 metres, and didn't need to do that much this week, and good on him. He hopefully had a bit of a rest while still being a important figure out there for us. Jack Williams, probably man of the match. Someone get the GoFundMe happening, all right? At the moment, he's got 1 try, 23 runs, 183 metres. That might get bumped up overnight. 34 tackles, 1 miss. Just a phenomenal effort from Jack Williams. Man of the match, I'm going to call it now. Royce Hunt didn't have to do much out there, but looked good when he had the ball. Jaden Beryl played a receiving lock role and looked pretty strong out there. He made about 30 tackles in his time. Torton Hazleton, bit of a return for him, made 80 metres, 30 tackles, no misses. Billy Burns did what he had to do. A couple of runs, 15 tackles, no misses, and just a thoroughly strong team performance from the Sharks. I'm so happy for them, for the staff, for the fans, for myself. It was a really just feel-good, emotional kind of game to watch. They were not favourites to win the game, and it was an uphill battle given the staff that they were missing from their first-grade squad, and they just did a great job. Nico Hines is getting closer. He's probably 3 weeks away. I mean, that's ballpark, a week or two either way, but he is closer than we probably originally thought. And he travelled up with the team. He was part of the, I guess, coaching process and staff and that kind of thing, and he was an important part of the week. He was mentoring Dan Atkinson, as you heard on Monday in the interview with Dan. So there is still some troops to come back, including Trindle, including Nico, so our starting halves, Hamlin Welly, Teague Wilton. We did all that without them. So, again, just a great team effort, and it's interesting to see how much they actually can do when it all goes right and when they play the right style of football. Because it was I'm always going to use the word easy for them tonight. And the Titans are up for 5 or 6 weeks, so maybe it was their time to come down. But again, the game we played, I don't think they really expected. But to be honest, what else were you going to do when your halves are missing? You're going to play that style you played against Melbourne. And it's a pretty good style. It's pretty fun. Just Jack Williams and those guys in the middle just tearing it up. Anywho, it's been a long and late day. I hope everyone had a great time watching the game. I'm sure you did. We'll be back with more episodes when we can. We super appreciate everyone who listens. And hopefully you get enjoyment out of our show because we really enjoy giving it to you. And that's about all I've got to say on that. You guys know how I feel. Get in touch with us, SharkCastPod@gmail.com. We're on the Twitter, we're on the Facebook, we're on the Instagram, kind of on the TikTok. We forget about that every now and then. And next week we have the Knights at home on Sunday. So Sunday week, huge game, 3 grades. If you don't have a ticket, I would get one as soon as you hear this because it'll sell out. It's a Sunday, it's an afternoon, hopefully clear skies. It'll sell out. So please, if you don't have a ticket and you want to get a ticket, do it now, or you may regret not doing so. Not sure who's going to be back for that game. Not sure if Trina will be back or not. At the very least, if they play like tonight, we're in good hands. Until we speak again, I cannot thank you enough for your support. And support means a lot of things. It means listening. It means spreading the word. It means defending us. We really appreciate it. Up, up, Cronulla, baby. Let's play that song. Up, up.
Sharks with you. Sharks, sharks forever. Go out and play without fear. Now's the time to see good football, for the Sharks are here. Now's the time to see good football.